Here's a pond animal that looks like a tree, in that there's a stalk, and up at the top are a bunch of branches sticking out. But it's not. It's an animal, and a very unusual one in that.
What kind?
Well, it's called a hydra.
Hydra?
Or a hydra, right? After a famous myth in which there was an animal you could cut off the head, and it would grow a new one. And
Does this do?
This will do the same sort of thing, yeah. But the interesting thing about the hydra is that these arms that stick out have little harpoons on all those little bumps. And when an animal swims by and it can sense the right kind of protein, whoop, there goes, whoop, there, 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 whoop, there goes a water flea went by. I thought maybe it would capture it. The harpoon comes out and sticks into the animal, and there's a sort of like a hypodermic needle. And it calms the animal down, and eventually the hydra brings it around to the point in the center where all the arms, come together, and that's where its mouth is. And by the way, right there at the mouth, do you see something? You see something moving there? You see something moving there?
It's moving.
Yes. There's another little pond animal that's on the mouth of the hydra, and it's probably eating bacteria that are stuck to the hydra.
Won't it get eaten by the hydra?
No, the hydra probably won't bother it. Now let's go to the other end. You'll see that the hydra is stuck to the wall of the slide here with a sort of suction cup. And it can tumble head over heels when it wants to move. So there's a little animal. See it?
Oh yes, it must be cleaning.
Yeah, whoop, there he goes.
Pretty fast.
Yeah. So it's probably going along and cleaning off bacteria from the surface of the hydra. Every once in a while you'll find them on old pond animals. There he comes. And the hydra won't bother him. So let's go up and take another look at the animal that looks like a tree that catches things with its harpoons and finally swallows them whole. The scientists did a very interesting experiment with this hydra. It's 2 layers of cells. There's a layer of cells on the outside and another layer on the inside. Whoops, 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 whoops.
Oh, it's catching something.
There's the water flea, or Daphnia. I think it caught it.
Oh, so how long would it take?
Well, it'd take hours for it to swallow it, because it has to bring it down near that opening in the middle and swallow that great big water flea.
Oh, it's almost
Sometimes
like
the water fleas escape. That one got away. All right. Anyways, I started to say there are 2 layers of cells, and a scientist wondered what would happen if he put a chemical in that makes the hydra open its mouth. And he put it in the water, and the hydra opened its mouth and turned itself all inside out. Then the amazing thing happened. All the cells that were on the inside, that were now on the outside, went back to the outside again. They migrated right through the animal. And the cells that were on the outside before now ended up back on the outside again. And the scientists now pose the question, how did the cell know where it was supposed to go? All right. Anyway, a fascinating animal that a lot of scientists have studied. It's called the hydra.
The hydra.